Hello there and welcome to my grocery haul. So this week we spent $134. We're in our first week of August here in Nova Scotia. I buy groceries every week for my family and post them here on YouTube. My name's Tracy and this is my channel from the hut. I try to stay, my goal for 2025 is to be under $7,000 for the whole year for our family of 5 here in Nova Scotia. Now, I do find some things here are more expensive, especially meat and dairy, than it is in some other places. But then I do find a lot of our pantry items are comparable to prices, especially prices in the US. And then, of course, I always try to surf all the deals I can. You see all my 50% off stickers there. And I try to stick to doing a lot of my shopping at Gateway Meat Market because they have some of the best discounts. So we are at the first week of August, as I said. So of course we're getting in harvest. So this is what I harvested this morning. We got some blueberries, a few zucchini. We're just starting to get cucumbers. You can see one under there is, I wouldn't let go too long. So I should be able to get 2 jars of cucumbers out of this. I have done a couple of jars just of refrigerator pickles, but these ones I'll actually properly can. So then I grab some dill and also a few grape leaves. I like to put those in so they stay crunchy. And then I'm picking green beans about every second day. And this is what I'm getting for green beans. So far we are at no cost. So then I went to Gateway. So everything from the grapes right over to the crispy minis is all Gateway. So I picked up, they had 3 pounds of grapes, were on for $2.97. I just grabbed one. I think they had a limit of 4, but I just grabbed one. I find sometimes grapes, especially this time of year, they don't last as long, so I just wanted to grab one just in case. I think because we're eating a lot of other fruit as well. I grabbed one bunch of bananas. They were 77 cents a pound. I gotta look at my receipt. I just checked my receipt and the grapes rang up $7.97. I thought the sign said $2.97. I must have misread it. Maybe it was $2.97 a pound. Oops. Okay, bananas were 77 cents a pound. They were $1.56 for those 6. Now we are picking blueberries, but we probably will get another pint like this. That'll be it for our blueberry bushes. They're just getting established. So I did pick up 2 of these. They were $1.97 each. Our tomatoes were $1.97 a pound. I grabbed 5 and they are $3.32. I have picked a couple ripe cherry tomatoes, but our tomatoes probably won't be ready until closer to the end of the month. I almost always buy 2 mushrooms, $1.97 each. That's the regular price. Now I am getting cucumbers, but those will be used for dill pickles. So I did pick up 1 English cucumber and it was $1.97. All of my lettuce has now bolted, so until my next batch of lettuce is ready, I'm just buying 1 iceberg a week, and it was $1.97. And I did 1 head of broccoli, and it was $2.97. Usually I buy 2 heads of broccoli, but with all these green beans, some of these will be processed for storage, and some of them will be for fresh eating for our meals for the week. This is probably my best deal I got this week. They have these 2.84 liters of peach slices. $4.97 each. So I ended up spending almost $30, so I got 6 of the 3 liter. Now, last time the date were August 1st. These ones are August 13th. So I'll keep my eye open. They seem to have lots in stock, so if they go down even further in price, I will stock up even more. Deli meat, I did buy these 2. They were $3.47 each. For the 250 gram, I believe. Oh no, 175 gram. That's gone down in size. I think it was 250 gram last week. I'll have to check my video. So maybe I won't buy those again because that's now getting higher than I like for my price point. They had these deli trays. This was on for $7.97. Yeah, $7.97. I'm assuming it's expired. Best before August 5th. So today is August 5th. So I just bought one. We do have supper already made for tonight. We're doing a freezer meal. I just cooked it last night because I knew today would be a busy day. So we'll probably do this for tomorrow night for Thursday's supper. Then they had these. I bought these last week and did up a little deli tray for my mom's birthday. I'll put a little picture here. And these are 100 grams and they were 97 cents each, but I do believe they are expired July 30th. And like I said, it's the 5th. I'm fine with the price, the reduced price, even though they are a couple days expired, because I know deli meat especially, it's cured meat. It lasts a little longer and it's very easy to tell when it is not, well, it's not good, or when it's gone off. I picked this up because my husband asked me to grab one to try. It's a kilogram of donair meat. So I hope we like it. Sometimes I find the spices aren't quite to my liking, but it was, I believe, $14.97 for the 1 kilogram of the donair meat. And I haven't been buying cereal for my kids because I find they just go through it so quick. But I did pick these up. They were 97 cents each. They are also probably expired. Yes, July 3rd on that one. So, but what I thought I could do, especially where they're like vanilla Captain Crunch, I had bought a whole bunch of marshmallows, and we are currently on not just a burn ban, but a no going in the woods ban. Like no recreational walking in the woods, no bicycling through the woods. So I think I'm going to use my marshmallows and make like Rice Krispie squares, but with these instead. So those were 97 cents each. And then the last thing I picked up was I bought 2 of these Sweet and Thin Cocoa Crunch Crispy Minis. They were 97 cents each. We haven't had those before, so I only bought 2. And then I've been really liking these as an afternoon snack. It's a good way to do a portion control. I don't worry about that too much for the kids, but just for me. For the 215 gram was $1.97. So my total spent at Gateway was $103.74 for a total savings of $235.17. I'd say a big chunk of that savings came from those peaches and that cereal. And actually, I think these trays are actually quite expensive as well. All right, so that is everything I got at Gateway, and that was my harvest for today. And this is the harvest I'm getting probably every second to third day. And today or tomorrow, I got to start pulling my garlic. I have a lot of garlic out there, so I got to set up area for them to dry first before I start pulling garlic. So hopefully I'll get to that today, but we will see. So then I went into Superstore. So I wasn't going to buy much at Superstore. I was just going to go in and get milk and cream and check milk and cream and these naan bread, and then check off the 50% off. So even though I did buy the lettuce, I do like to have a little bit variation in my salad. So they had these field greens and baby spinach. They were $8 and then 50% off. So I just bought one for $4. And they had a few there, but this one looked quite fresh. Some of them did not look that great. The milk was 4 liter, $7.27. That's the regular price at Superstore. But we have been out of milk for probably 5 days. So I thought I should pick up some milk for the kids. 1 liter of the coffee cream, the 10% cream, was $4.79. I think the regular price is maybe $5.29, so it's a tiny bit of a sale. But I just bought one. It does come on sale quite regularly in other places. These were on the 50% off rack. They were $2.94 each. And then the 50% off, so what does that equal? $1.47 each. So that's a good price, and I do like these everything ones. I like to put some tuna on them and make like a little sandwich. Now I went over in the bulk section. I never even usually check this section, but I did see peanuts with a 50% off. So they had these for $3.94 and then 50% off. So like less than $2, $1.97. So they had these, but they're unsalted. So my husband doesn't really like the unsalted ones, but they only had 2 on the shelf, so I picked up 2. But then I saw that they also had the barbecue flavored ones, were $2.94, but no 50% off, just straight $2.94. So a little bit more expensive. What I'm going to do is just open all 3 of these, mix them all together in a bowl, and then break them up into the things so that they all have a little bit of salt on them. I find they put so much seasoning on these. I think that can easily be stretched to 3 containers. I think they're maybe getting rid of this section because there were quite a few things on sale there that normally wouldn't be on sale. I'll maybe take a better look next time I go in. The naan bread are regular price, $2, but they are great for pizza night, so I picked up those. I'll just throw them in the freezer till we have our next pizza night. My meal plan's kind of gone a little askew. I had my brother visiting for a week, so there were nights that I didn't want to stick with our menu plan, and then things got rearranged, so we're a little off kilter, but that's all right. And then I picked up these for the kids. They were just on the 50% off rack. I don't even know what the full price was. My receipt's right here. $5.29 was the full price, so I got these for $2.64, which isn't too bad of a deal because there are 12 of them in here. So my total spent at Superstore was $30.93. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned it, there was tax on the barbecue peanuts, but not on the unsalted peanuts. So $30.93. I didn't do flash food this week. I've been checking it all week, and they haven't had anything on that really appeals to me. So my total this week for everything you see here was $134.67. Okay, I thought I'd just pop on here. I actually contacted Gateway because of those grapes, because they did have an ad saying they were $2.97. So I talked to Tamara, I just uploaded a copy of my receipt, and she's gonna put a $5 refund on my next order. So I do find the customer service at Gateway is exceptional. Just as good as their prices is their customer service. Okay, so my total actually for the week is $129.67. I was thinking of trying to figure out how to do the YouTube shorts and see what I process each day. I tried to do videos on it last year, but I found it really complicated to keep all the little clips together. So I might do like a daily or every second day little short of just what the garden has provided for us. All right, thanks so much for watching. You have a great day. Bye now.